Canyons Online Virtual Helicopter Tours presents Mesopotamia, the Ziggurat of Ur, located in Nasiriyah, Iraq. Hi, Canyons Online. Sixth grade. My name is River Wolfston. I am your counselor in Canyons Online. Today, I am also your helicopter pilot. We are going to be taking an air tour around the Ziggurat of Ur using the Canyons Online helicopter. So you guys have been learning about Mesopotamia in Mr. Shepard's class. And so we are going to be going to Nasiriyah, Iraq today to explore the Ziggurat of Ur. Let's go ahead and zoom on in. All right. So here is what we're going to be exploring. And I am going to be flying us out of the Nasiriyah airport, which is right here. And then the city of Nasiriyah is over here. Here's an aerial map to give us an idea of where we're going to be. I mean, it's a geography class, so we want to know exactly where we are, right? So here is Nasiriyah. You can see there's like a road around the city. There's Nasiriyah. And then we are going to be right here. And we're going to be flying out of this airport right here. All right, so here we are outside the Canyons Online helicopter. We're using our imaginations here. This is an Airbus H145, and we're going to go ahead and start. Over here, I pretend like that's where I keep the helicopter in the hangar. You can see just over the helicopter there, the Ziggurat is located just to our left. I'm just going to let the virtual chopper heat up a little bit, and then we'll be able to go ahead and take off. You'll notice you can't hear the helicopter blades or anything because they can be very loud. So I took that sound out. All right, let's go ahead and take off. So I'm just increasing our power a little bit. All right, so you can see it getting a little bit light on the skids as I increase power. I'm going to go ahead and turn us left just a little bit so we can fly over some of the support buildings for the airfield here. Remind you again, we're about 25 kilometers outside of Nasiriyah at this airport. I'm really excited to get to share my love of helicopters with you guys. It's like been my dream to be a helicopter pilot, so I get to both be your counselor and a pretend helicopter pilot. Just going to gain a little bit of altitude. For those of you at home paying attention, you can see the compass up in the upper left-hand corner. You can see our speed, you can see the engine power, how much fuel we have. You can see our altitude in the lower right-hand corner. And then you can see where it says VS, that is like the rate of whether going up or down. Because helicopters, it can be kind of difficult to tell how high up in the air you are, how much altitude you have. Okay, so we're starting to bank right a little bit, and we're going to come up on the Ziggurat of Ur that you guys have been studying in class. Going about 72 miles an hour, 72 knots. So we're going to slow it down a little bit, and then I'm just going to hover around and try to give you the best views I can. The 3D modeling in Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is the simulator that I use, is a little bit better than the modeling in some of the maps that I have in Google Earth and stuff. So we'll get to fly around a little bit. In real life, I would not be allowed to fly this close to a historical marker like this. You'd have to have like special permission from the Iraqi government and permits and everything. And because it's a virtual helicopter, I can get us right up very, very close. I'm actually going to hover directly over it here in a little bit. One of the cool things about helicopters is you can hover and then you can go side to side just like a hummingbird or a dragonfly. So now we're going to slowly start flying toward the front of the structure. And this should be an image very familiar with you guys. And if not, well, here it is. You'll notice there's like some similarities with the pyramid and then a lot not. I'm just going to try to kind of hover us in some circles so we can get a good view. Now as I come around the back of the building, you can see the city of Nasiriyah off in the distance. So see if you can keep your eyes out for it. You just kind of see a little bit out by the horizon. There it is, coming from the right of our screen toward the middle of the screen. When I look at things like this, I'm wondering like, all right, what was it used for, and what are all of these different grooves for, and what does everything's purpose? I'm going to hover over, and then I'm going to kind of spin us in a slow circle. Because of being able to see it like this, I wonder if this was some kind of a fortress. Because if you look, standing on top here, I could just imagine myself being a guard or something stationed up on top here, kind of just looking around all over, and you can see everywhere around. Nobody's going to be able to sneak up on you from up here. Or maybe it was a hotel, or maybe it was an amusement park, or maybe it was like an apartment building to get out of the heat. That's the fun of the curiosity of learning. And I bet you guys already know more about this building than I do because you've been studying in class. And if not, you can learn it. Okay, so I'm going to bring us around the front again. Then we're going to do a fly over on our way back over to the airport. And there we go, back to the airport. Kind of the fun about flying is I don't have to worry about roads. It's kind of like in Back to the Future, where we're going, we don't need roads. So I can just cruise on over to, speedy 110 miles an hour, 107 miles an hour. Coming up on the airfield. Gonna dump off some speed. And bring us down for a nice, gentle landing. I'm gonna land over here by this building just to our left. I'm pretending that that's our Canyons Online portable. That can be like, it's like the Magic School Bus, our little virtual helicopter here. We can all fit inside it, take adventures all over. Now I've slowed this down to about 20 miles an hour. And then I'm just going to creep up there. You don't want to fly too fast, because crashing is lame. I think it's right over here to this hangar. For me, taking off and landing is my favorite part of helicopters, because you know, I'm only like, what, 15 feet off the ground, something like that, 10 feet off the ground. And we just slowly turn. And we'll touch down. I'm going to jump on an inside view here real quick. I'm going to turn off our engines. It's been a pleasure flying you guys. This is what I do, like in the evenings and on the weekends, is I fly, and it's fun for me to just record it and be able to share it with you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the helicopter. And our blades wind down. Let's dive a little bit into the city of Nasiriyah, which is right by the Ziggurat, to get an idea of what it's like now. I mean, we've been learning about Mesopotamia, what it was like way back when. Let's learn a little bit about what it is now. So here's the Euphrates River. Most ancient civilizations, most civilizations are built around water. So here's the Euphrates River. Then let's get a little bit better idea of what the city looks like. So looks like they've got like a technical college. They've got a museum. Here's their health department. Another college. It looks like they've got a college of nursing. And there's a Buddhist temple. So there's a Buddhist temple, and then some mosques. A medical school. And then it's just a city, kind of like any of the cities that are in central or southern Utah. They're like out in the desert. Well, I hope that this flight and this video have been really useful and have helped you to be curious about the places in the world. We'll see you again soon.